Watch Wars.
Welcome to this episode of Watch Wars. And what a fun pair of watches to be wearing. It's about time, right? The Omega Speedmaster Professional, the Moonwatch, and Omega Speedmaster Reduced number 2 Electric Boogaloo. More or less the look-alike, albeit in a bit of a smaller package. The watch on our left is, of course, the 861 movement. The one on the right is the reduced Depuis du Bois chronograph module, reference number 353950. The Speedy Pro over here is from 1993 or thereabouts. Absolutely gorgeous. Both watches are presented on matching two-stitch straps, vintage, frankly Hoyer style straps that I thought with that rally look goes absolutely perfect with a watch made to measure speed. And what an amazing watch war this is going to be, because this right here, this little Reduced 2, I've been trying to get back into the collection since I sold it years ago to Rose City. He himself has regretted selling it on, but I finally got this one back into the collection. I'm going to put it up against the Pro and see how it does. But right now, let's clear away some of this bric-a-braca before we get into it, except for a quick zoom in on my space pen, a gift from a dear friend. So grateful to have it. Thank you, Rose City. Alright, the formal part of the watch war. The actual war part of the watch war. Love these two-stitch straps. Thank you, Ivan, for coming along the ride and giving us a discount code. Let me see how I can hold these little babies so I can put some numbers up on the board as we're going through them. Now, this is a very strange watch war. I can wear both of these. It just so happens that the Reduced 2 fits me better, and we'll see them on wrist in a hot minute. But going through some of the basic specs, you're familiar with these watches, right? This one being 39mm, having that chronograph module, the Depuis du Bois. This one being the manual one. This one went to the moon. This one did not. Funny enough, this one has sapphire and better water resistance, although I prefer Hesselite. I'm impartial about the movements. Probably because I haven't had to service a chronograph module chronograph yet. But I also don't know what a service on an 861 is going to cost me either. All I do know is 20mm lug width, not obviously perfect. 18, not so bad. And they're not too far apart on the lug to lug. The height is a little bit bigger on this one. Let's check that. But that's what the specs say. Either one is a winner, and the overarching message I want to give you today, but your takeaway is never buy a brand new Speedmaster. Never. Never, ever, never, never, no, no, no. You can always get them at a discount on eBay, even this Moonwatch. So I think the new ones are running, 7 plus, maybe 65 plus. You can get 1861s, which is the generation that came after this, all day long for like $3,700, $3,800. And if eBay has a 10% coupon, you're probably down to $3,500, $3,600. These, even more affordable. You could even get, I'll clear away, you could even get the first generation one, the 351050, for around $1,800, $1,900. It has the minute markers going around the track. It can be a little bit busy. This one was made to more or less mimic the Moonwatch 1-to-1. But even if you don't like the 42 or the 39, there are a bunch of different variants. There's the Speedmaster Date, there's the Speedmaster Racing. As it happens, our good friend Rose City has one of these for sale right now. It's a Speedmaster Racing. I'll pop up the reference number because it's one of the 18 digits long. It's on Chrono24. Check the link in the description. Tell him I sent you. Ask him for the Hobby of Hours discount. He's a watch bro. He'll sort you out. But at the end of the day, there's a Speedmaster for you, and I've got a book that proves it. Where would I be without my books? This is a Speedmaster book, something of a MOOC, I guess you might say, out of Japan on the Speedmaster. I can't read Japanese kanji. But with a lot of watch books, the important part are the visuals and the reference numbers. Look at all these beautiful visuals. And this book was not that expensive. Available on eBay. I want to say maybe, I don't know, 40, 60 bucks. High gloss photos. Coming back to this in a moment. And the reason I wanted to share this with you is that if you ever doubted that there was a Speedmaster for you, I hope to dispel that with, oh, look at that. That's such a gorgeous shot. In fact, let me step back for a moment. Maybe I'll use this for the thumbnail. Gorge. This book, amazing and affordable. And it has this. I might have to zoom out a bit. If you ever wondered, is there a Speedmaster for me? You know what? I can't zoom out enough. Let me just run a scroller. Poor man's scroller. Look at all of these different ones. And this is an older book. This doesn't even have any of the modern issue reissues, all those Goonie Goo Goo color dial variants. But amazing, 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 amazing. There is a Speedmaster for you, no matter what you may have thought in the past. So the advice is never buy new, always buy used, which is, usually our mantra. Although I've been getting away from that a little bit lately. More on that to follow. But let's put these each on wrist and see how they shape up against one another. There we have it. That is the Moon Watch, the big one. I can still pull it off on my 6.5-inch wrist, and it's always going to be in the collection. I'm priced in. I got this pre-pandemic for a ridiculous price, so I can't ever sell it because I could never get back in on it at the price I paid. And it's behaving wonderfully. It's a great watch. It's a cornerstone watch. But as you'll see in a second, the Speedy Reduced 2 simply fits me better. And look at that, Speedy Reduced 2 Electric Boogaloo, fitting me absolutely fabulously. Love it, love it, love it. Absolutely love it. Gorge. Let's get this next to it and see what happens here. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's going up my arm, pulling a Castro. I think it's extra special I put these on the same strap. Look at that attention to detail, D. Oh, thank you, D. Oh, no, thank you, D. And giving you a real, genuine look at why you may want to consider one of these. The irony is, I prefer Hesselite all day long. Polywatch. Tim Mosso cleans up his scratches with the tip of an eraser on a pencil. G Money just takes it to his jeans and brushes it out. Me, I'm a Polywatch guy. I won't be putting any toothpaste on my watches anytime soon. These are great watches, either or, and it's one that, at the very least, I think as a watch collector, as someone who enjoys watches, you may want to experience these at least once in your lifetime, or at the very least, try one on at an AD before you say no. But always, always, always buy pre-owned when it comes to Speedies. All right, the shakedown, the watch war. At the end of the day, the cornerstone is, which one would I keep if I could only keep one? Even though they're both fabulous, and I'm probably going to get some, some shade thrown on me, but I'm giving it to the Reduced 2 Electric Boogaloo. It just fits me better. And I got mad love for the Pro, but the winner of this watch war is, unequivocally for me, the Speedy Reduced 2. But why? Obviously, size-wise, the diameter. It's a little thinner on the wrist. I don't mind 18mm straps. At least it's not 19 or 21. Because we want as few watches as possible with an UGG width. So I have 18mm straps. More importantly, I have a strap maker, 2stitchstraps.com, and a discount code that can hook me up. The sapphire crystal is nicer, right? It's more resilient. You can't do much with it if it gets dinged or scratched or whatever. Although once upon a time I did use some diamond paste to get a scratch out of a Hamilton sapphire. I think that was more of a rare case than the norm. It is better for me personally. It fits me better. And obviously the telltale sign, the offset crown, telling us it's got that chrono module in there. This is the one for me. It's my Speedmaster. It's the one that fits me best. And in truth, I never should have sold it the first time I owned it. The other upgrade that this one has, other than, you know, the water resistance, the crystal over the original Speedmaster Reduced, is a far better bracelet, namely the clasp. Same bracelet style, but the clasp is far better. Got that bracelet around here somewhere, but I'm really enjoying it on this 2-stitch vintage style rally strap. So there you have it. We have us a winner. The Speedy reduced to electric boogaloo, the 353950. Thank you so much for coming along on the ride. We hope wherever you are on this wonderful, beautiful hobby of ours, you're having a blast. Peace.
Smash this party up.